Howdy, see? How go?
What's happening?
Well, just trying to muster the energy to game once more.
I read you.
All's well in your neck of the woods.
Oh, fairly well. Just busy.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that you're going to have kind of a hell week or two.
Yeah. Well, we managed to get through that one, but we're starting to face down another one.
Fun times.
Yeah. Nothing like shorthanded. Now another one's out sick, so it's just me and Peg.
Oh, man. Yeah, it kind of never fails.
Been a bit of a struggle.
I'm trying to. I've been having the wall going in Elite. Trying to get it wrapped up here.
I got you.
And I just realized, oh, okay, my cargo holds full. So
It's kind of hard to loot stuff if it's full.
that's right.
How's the journey going with that? Are we still on hold?
No, we went back to the bubble because of the Thargoid invasion. I spent a whole weekend just doing, jump after jump after jump. 60. It took 60 carrier jumps.
Wow.
To get back, and I parked the carrier in the system where our corporation lives, and sure enough, that system was attacked by Thargoids and destroyed. And they just now took it back. So no fun in Ardent HQ in Elite for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So they're in a rebuilding phase right now.
I got you.
And I haven't really had the time to be so massively involved. Just kind of monitoring that, and I don't know that any of the rest of the folks have done much.
Well, I hadn't peeked at it in a while.
Yeah, that's kind of the consensus, it seems. So, it is what it is, I guess.
Right on. Well, so far, we've been remarkably stable.
Yeah, actually, so far.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
It's all right. Joan says she will be in as soon as she's out of the Black Forest.
That's an excellent excuse. So, how are things in your neck of the wood?
Can't complain too much.
You guys get a kick out of this. So we watched some stuff yesterday evening, and then got talking about gaming. And so pulled out. I know you've all heard of it, Chat GPT. The recent text AI craze. And it turns out that you can ask Chat GPT to be a text-based computer game, like Zork. And so, sure enough, we said, okay, you're a computer game. The main character is a goblin named Fred, who has a pet saber-toothed panther named Pat. I didn't make these choices, just crowd, right? He's shorter and greener than most goblins. And I don't recall, there were some other descriptions. Provide us an adventure using multiple choice prompts, and it did all the way down. And we ended up getting Fred killed because he refused to stop eating something. Oh yeah, he likes red meat, and he saw something he thought was red meat, but refused to stop eating it, and it ended up killing him because it was poisoned. So that thus ended Fred 1, and then we got talking about BBSs and old BBS games, and so we said, okay, you're a BBS to ChatGPT. Emulate a BBS with popular computer games such as Legend of the Red Dragon, and it did. And sure, we played kind of Legend of the Red Dragon through ChatGPT. Now where Fred just stormed into a dungeon and kicked down doors and just made a mess. So Oh yeah, and that was one of the funny parts. It gave us a list of here are your race choices. It was like human and elf and dwarf, and then we asked ChatGPT, "Can we make Fred a goblin, please?" Okay, sure, he's a goblin. So, it was pretty good. It's a lot of fun to play with, but geez,
That's some
the
of those
scary.
old BBS games.
Yeah, because the younger set didn't know about them. Had never heard of anything like that. We were talking about like iterative games, no 0-player games where just numbers fly on the screen, and Progress Quest, as an example of that, and how that kind of has a basis in MUDs, because back in the day, you could basically automate playing a MUD, and they didn't know what a MUD was. MUD being the predecessor to MMOs. So it was an interesting discussion, and then we had this AI that was just blew us all away by emulating all that old stuff. Interesting. A little frightening, because I think I've already told you I've used that thing, and many others have too. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I've actually asked ChatGPT a work-related question, without any work details, of course, but like write me a script I can pull from Microsoft, a list of groups with certain attributes and blah 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 blah, and in PowerShell using this module, and there's a script. It's like, oh shit. So it was nice to have my job when I had it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The machines are going to take over eventually.
There it is. But,
and howdy, everyone that's joined.
And Steve and Neff and Joan.
Hello, hello.
I am not a robot.
I sent a text to Neon, but he hadn't responded to me.
Neff's job has not been replaced by a robot yet.
Well, he is not a robot, therefore he can't be replaced by a robot.
You never know.
I've
seen Blade Runner. That's not necessarily true.
Well, the subtext there, if you're already a robot, how can you be replaced by a robot? So, but he's not a robot.
Robots are highly capable and trustworthy. I am simply not one.
You have a point there. You may be the most realistic human ever just by your, overwhelming deceitfulness. Like, I don't obey any of Asimov's laws. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
He may be the most snarky trans fembot we ever saw.
I believe you're referring to Asimov's suggestions.
There you go.
Your guy died, really. All right, this Coke's about dead. I'm gonna get fresh.
Let's see. Yeah.
Dad can't take my cookies.
Sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna go grab some snacks.
Snacks are always a good idea.
You don't know how long you're gonna be in this dungeon.
We were ever outside the dungeon?
Yeah. King of Feathers. Yeah.
That was just a different sort of dungeon with a brighter sky.
That was a corral.
Yeah.
Well, some of y'all might appreciate this. I got kind of jump scared getting home.
Okay.
Well, I have the work phone and the personal phone. And on the personal phone, I've got an alarm that's like, okay, it's time for you to go to bed, which was about the time I was getting home last night. The personal phone, however, I left it at home. I didn't take it with me to your house.
Right.
Well, I'm pulling into my driveway when the Bluetooth links up from my car to the phone as the alarm's going off.
Red alert.
Now you've got me thinking of Lower Decks. Red alarm. Red alarm.
I think my favorite of all that has to be off of Red Dwarf, where Harley goes, "There's an emergency going on. There's an emergency, Dave. There's still an emergency going on, Dave." Actually, hold on. Let me share this really quick. those of you that know the Elite Dangerous stuff will be duly amused. If I can get this to cooperate. Come on now. There we go. So I used a ship I call the Wall in Elite Dangerous to basically park and shoot things. It's a ship that's tough enough that I can get a whole bunch of kill missions and go to an asteroid, or rather the rings around a gas giant almost always, and it'll take care of itself. Automated turrets, an AI fighter pilot, and the ship just sits there and takes it and dishes it out, and then just for hours and hours and hours is unattended and does fine. And that's how we financed our trip to with the the journey of the Arden Citadel out in the back, and also how I've obtained that character's fortune in the game. It's basically AFK gaming, which is most of the gaming I do these days, it seems. I'm gonna take I think this will work. But there's kind of a new feature in Elite: escape pods. So if you'll notice the radar in the lower center of the screen is filled with contacts, just all over the place. Those are the escape pods jettisoned from the ships that the Wall has destroyed over the past 3 hours. They don't degrade. They're meant to be picked up. It's a mechanic where you can do search and rescue missions and go and pick up these escape pods and try to get survivors. So I'm doing that while the Wall is out there destroying things. I've got these automated, basically bling gnomes. They're automated loot collectors that are going out there and grabbing the pods and putting them in the cargo bay to be dragged back for the folks that survived. Hey, great, get them, send them to the hospital, and then arrest them, and off they go to jail. So yeah, it's quite the thing. But unfortunately, I don't have enough space for all of these pods because the Wall will destroy hundreds of ships in a run, and I've only, as you see, have 64 tons of space. So I'm going to leave most of these guys behind. Yeah, they shouldn't be attacking the Wall, but it's
Broadcast
a very
communication saying the person who pays me the most gets picked up, the rest get left.
yeah.
And that's how we know that Neff's not a robot.
Oh well.
The most efficient method of making money.
Is there
It
a
has
John Sheridan among you?
Yeah. This is the Wall, and you see those little dots everywhere. Yeah, it's the escape pods, and some of them aren't very far away. Which basically sometimes the ships are destroyed so close they ram the Wall.
Yeah. All right, the last second, launch all the escape pods. Maybe you'll get through their shields.
It didn't work.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to gather up the last of these so I can park the Wall and focus on E's thing. But there, yeah, that's like so far this thing's gotten us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 billion credits, which is a lot in Elite.
Yeah.
And it's done it all single-handedly, just shooting things, sitting there while the pilot is reading a book, quite literally. Let's see here. That one.
You didn't roll 20, huh?
And ahead of getting started, thanks to Eve, we're filling in. It turned out I didn't have to work nearly as much this weekend as I feared because they canceled one of my projects, or at least pushed it back a week or two. So thank you. Still had to work, so oh well. All right, let me get the Wall out of here. I'm doing that while we're doing this.
All right. Well, see, when last we left our heroes, y'all are at the ground floor of this grand gallery here, with the pit in the center.
I believe I was making a halfling sad by putting a lot of coins in a statue.
Yeah, you
were.
would put like 10 copper coins in one of the say in the northern statues slot.
No, thank you very much.
Do we see the gargoyles grin just getting bigger and bigger as we do it?
You pull on his
Or-
arms.
Or
see if you get
gargoyle does not appear to react.
Oh well.
try pulling on his arms. See if you get all 3 cherries.
It's Vegas, baby. Oh, I could have done that. There we go. Well, we know what's below here. The question is, are we prepared to go down there yet? Because there's still some stuff up here that seems to be rather deadly, which is why we didn't mess with it. But it's still here. The 2 that I recall that might be of worth more investigation is the rod that looked just plain evil, that is to our west, and the mirror that looked plain death trappish, which is to our southwest. And then you have the sphere of annihilation, which is really so okay. Oh yeah, and there's the we solved the lava room, but we still have like 3 other rooms that are associated with that. I'm not sure if that is all going to happen in that same room, or we have something else to do elsewhere. So that's what I recall of where we're at here. The gargoyles seem to be content as long as we're playing the slots properly. So where does y'all want to start?
The base of the gargoyle is a good place to affix rope.
Oh yeah, they look like they're pretty sturdy.
I don't want to use the gargoyles themselves, but the base.
Yes, the
Gargoyle
base would be
itself
more
would
than
walk off,
yeah, the base would be more than sturdy enough by itself.
I look at the others expectantly. So y'all have rope, right?
Well, I'm sure they do. I
I've
don't
got
need
rope.
it. But I take it, Nidox, that's your vote there is, to heck with the rest of the stuff in this level. It's all going to kill us. Let's go on down.
Well, until we find that other staff thing, I don't know.
Yeah.
We have a very specific goal here. I'm not too worried about exploring beyond what we need to find our way to the end goal.
Filigree has some string and some gum trying to shove it down the platinum.
I'm curious if it's working.
Now you've got gum jammed up in the platinum slot.
It's working.
Doing a favor for all the folks that have come through in the future.
So the thing about these gargoyles and going down is at some point we're going to want to come back up, and we're assuming that the gargoyles are acting as a guardian function of some sort. So if we come back up later, we're not going to be in a position to insert the coins. That's assuming the mechanism is you need to insert the coins, and that gives you some free reign one way or the other. So what I propose is we leave our Jinn friend up here and give them a sufficient value of currency so that when we holler, pleadingly for help, either we lose our rope or we're ready to return, then she can send us a rope, put the coins in, and that kind of covers our bases.
She'd certainly do that.
Or she, can skip out with pittance of coins that we're probably going to allocate to the task. Even though we have these bags of holding several metric tons worth of metal. So, that's up to her.
Yeah, stay here, feed the meter.
Ixnay on the Edelmay in front of the Omne.
Big Latin is one of our languages. That didn't help you at all.
So I guess with that, we're ready to go down there.
Yikes it away.
Okay, well, tying a just out of curiosity, which pedestal do you tie the rope around?
I wouldn't tie it around the pedestal at all. If we have enough rope, let's tie it around the banister of the stairway.
I should have no problem with that. a 50-foot rope will reach all the way down to the bottom of the to the floor of the next level. So
Do I do? Ah, there's the druid.
Can't believe Bruner fell like that.
You don't want him to die. He'll bring an even more annoying character in.
Yeah.
First it was bagpipes, and next it's the didgeridoo.
Right.
No, it'd be a dragonborn that thinks he's a opera singer.
Actually, sounds fun.
Make us long for the good old days of Klingon opera.
The original Shakespeare. So how goes it, Mr. Peg? Well, E is performing magic of moving us around to a different level.
Things are good. Thor's eating some cheese and watching Disney Plus, so she's entertained.
Oh, hell yeah. The cheese part for sure.
Yeah, she's a little mouse. Loves cheese, loves dairy.
All's right with the world then.
Yep.
just out of curiosity, who's going to go first?
Go down there. I've already been down there, so I'll be down there to anchor the rope.
Character's next.
Brenner will go third.
We might be getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, Filigree's going to wait and see if they get down without dying, and then he'll go. But not until he makes sure everybody's down and not being horribly eaten by something awful.
Yeah, how high is the fountain of blood that comes up from the center after the first person goes down?
Pretty impressive. It would be even more impressive if you did your turn them into a T-Rex trick as they're halfway down, right?
All right.
I believe that would just shove them down as they morph. If you ever try to make someone big in a enclosed space, it kind of just moves them.
Mhm.
Not that I've tried it.
No experience there, just conjecture. That's all.
It's just what I've heard.
It's strictly a scientific experiment.
There we go.
Have we gone down yet? 'Cause wasn't there a skeleton key up here in the throne room? Did we grab that one?
There was,
There are
and you
lots.
did not.
Yeah, there are lots of skeleton keys we didn't grab.
Okay, right before y'all start climbing down, we're like, should we grab that key?
Or the keys. If you think they might be important, we could. Because we kind of know where they are. It's just a matter of racing back through all that mess above us.
What keys are you talking about?
On every level, there's been at least one skeleton key.
Yeah, but we have
And-
their heads.
No, we didn't necessarily get every single one.
Oh, we didn't. I thought we did.
We skipped the one on the first floor.
Gotcha.
This was
Okay.
the druid. You know, the druids. They're not bothering me. Why do I want to kill it? You know, in fact, look at it. It's trying to run away. So the druid took no action, and nobody else did. So
Fair, fair. So let's worry about it later if we find a spot that looks like it would take several keys.
this is one page that I have to keep looking for. The druid wild shape kind of gives you a reference. And I wonder, why can't I find it in my bookmarks? And it's not. I don't have a bookmark. Okay, that explains it.
Okay, so y'all are just going to go ahead and go down.
Bravely falling to the gears below.
Yes. Would you like that for this wrong?
Okay, welcome to the grinding gears of death.
It is not the gears of death.
Hello.
It's called
Hello.
the gears of hate. Thank you very much. Hello, Logan.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yes, congratulations.
Mhm.
Okay,
And before we get started,
this
maybe
is
we,
what you see.
maybe we say that we at least took a short rest for purposes of getting some spell slots back.
I don't think you needed a long rest because I don't think y'all spent any real spells. Short
Well, I
rest
did.
would be fine.
Yeah, I had spent quite a few spells, healing such, but yeah. All right. Here's what we see.
Here's what you see. Yes, this is not the gears of destruction. This is the gears of hate. Thank you very much.
Got it. Not the gears of pleasant surprises.
No, not that either.
These gears are great.
Yes, they're the gears of moderate discomfort.
And this is going to get a little bit confusing because you have to bear with me because this thing does not. This particular level is not handled well by Roll20.
Yeah, what's about to happen, I can see why.
A pungent stench fills this pentagonal room, the walls of which are covered with riveted sheets of iron. A wild garden full of sickly plants and rotting compost takes up most of the interior. Just a narrow path hugs the walls between the two exits. Jutting from the middle of the garden is a 6-foot tall rusty sprinkler. In the ceiling above the sprinkler, a 10-foot wide shaft leads straight up.
Yeah, let's
Something has to be keeping these plants alive. Probably magic of some sort.
let me get my one out of the way.
There's got to be some sort of magic. These are purely natural plants, but there's no sunlight down here. In fact, there was no light at all until y'all came down here.
All right. Well, the Jew's not too happy. But okay,
Shall we move as a group?
probably wise. Probably want our trap finder for this.
Where would you guys like to go first?
It looks like Carrick wants to go this direction to the northwest.
All right, I'm hunting for traps.
Okay. Hold on just a second.
Oh, we get the little lizard guy.
Okay. You can make a perception check there, Filigree. Okay, you do not locate any traps.
There are theoretically no traps here.
Looks good to me.
An acidic
Yeah.
stench fills this pentagonal chamber, which has 2 exits. The walls are covered with riveted sheets of iron. And the pockmarked stone floor has a large puddle of gray slime in the middle of it. Friezes along each wall just beneath the ceiling depict 5 black dragons.
Yep, Carrick, it's up to you now. I've done my part.
Hold on, there's a thing. Is there supposed to be a thing?
Oh yeah, that's a skeleton who starts moving away.
Is he one of our keys?
He looks like one of your keys.
All right. But he's not triggering anything as he wanders around in there, though.
No.
Well, look at that. Well, acid rain does not look like it'll be fun. Don't think I really have anything for that.
Did you see Critical Role Season 2? They depict
Hmm.
acid-breathing dragons in a very gruesome way.
Oh boy. Ouch.
Oh, you mean the Legend of
Vox Machina?
Machina?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We did. We saw the first episode. It's just like, ooh. Yeah. Okay. So these, the walls,
Yes.
they're not all the way up, right? They don't go all the way to the ceiling. How far up do they go?
They do go up to a ceiling.
Oh, okay. So we actually shouldn't be able to see these gears then.
No, you shouldn't. They did not do a good job of.
So how about here where the two intersect? Is there a gap that you can see out through?
There is a gap that you can see through.
So here we would see, oh, whoa, gears of water and weird stuff. Okay, so we at least know that's the thing. All right.
Yes.
Hmm.
And I don't know why, because I've seen somebody run this before, and they had the proper dynamic lighting on this level.
Well, you can put it in manually, if nothing else. They may have done that.
No.
Okay.
I don't think they did, because they were using Roll20 as a kind of a substitute for their. They were using Roll20 as part of their table.
Mhm.
They were using it as part of their table, and he actually, because of this gets a little confusing. He actually cut out. He actually did this physically because it does get a little confusing.
Got it. Oh, how about the other exit? You know, I got all sorts of bad vibes here. So, how about the one to the south?
Okay, Phil, agree.
Looks clear.
You don't find any traps.
Yeah, the way I'm rolling, it looks completely clear to me.
Okay, and no acid, no skeleton key. All
Yeah,
right.
it looks like a little bend here. I mean,
That's the worst
very-
that could happen.
exactly.
There's some. Hold on just a second before I let you. There's some of that gray slime and floor down here.
Nighthawk's lunch.
I prefer the purple stuff, thank you.
You're gonna be a
Well-
gourmet about it.
I had thought maybe the slime had something to do with things being melted, but maybe not. So I want to shoot an arrow near that, not necessarily into it. Don't want to piss it off yet. Let's see what happens.
I guess I could do that.
All right. Nothing appears to happen if you just shoot it near it.
Yeah, I just warning shot over the bow. You know.
No, but you got to see what happens. So why don't you shoot at it, and let's kind of be around the corner when we do, observing.
Around this long dark corridor, I'll be right back.
So you're going to shoot at it this time?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. Make a perfunctory to hit roll.
Yeah. Did you do? It's not.
Right.
Gee, we're all sucking tonight.
Well, that's you needed to hit a 10. So the arrow skips through the slime and continues on. There's no apparent effect to either the arrow or the slime other than splattering it a little bit.
Well, okay. So our jug of many things, you can make lots of water with it.
Yeah, the alchemy jug. Yeah.
I think it's set to mayonnaise at the moment, though.
Okay, we'll kind of carefully approach it. Yeah, give me that alchemy jug and not getting too close, but try throwing some water on it.
Is it after midnight?
Yeah.
Where the water lands, it splatters it around and dilutes it some.
Okay. Get closer and kind of pour water on it.
Okay. Dilutes it, causing it to spread across the corridor. But other than that, it's you have a dilute pile thing of green slime. There's nowhere for it to go other than here.
Yeah. Yeah. And then take staff and kind of poke the end in it. Non-magical staff.
Nothing happens. Actually, wait. Your arms feel numb for a moment. You take a point of damage.
Oh, yeah, there was a reaction there. So what was that? And what happened to the staff when I pull it back out?
The staff looks fine.
Yeah, this is bad juju. And describe what just happened to the others. Any ideas?
So you felt pain, but you didn't touch it yourself.
That's right. Just with the staff.
Was your arm over it?
Nope. I was tried to keep myself out of it.
So if you put another arm over it without touching it, your arm is fine. Tried it.
Well, what I want to try is to cover I don't have gloves, the druid, right? So gauntlets or anything. So covering the hand, holding the staff, poke it and see if I get the same little shock.
Well, you can find something to cover the staff, and this time you still feel a little bit of numbness in your hand, but you don't take any damage this time.
And by numbness, it's not a feeling of cold; it's just lack of feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that feels necrotic.
Almost an electrical sensation.
Well, okay. That feels like live wire. So having not being in physical contact with it helps a lot. Okay. Well,
Hey, I do this thing all the time with shocking grasp. Try standing on something non-conductive and poking it with a stick.
it's stone.
Is it?
Are we on stone
Standing on
walls or what?
stone, yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's damp stone. Everything down here is humid and damp, and probably because of the water outside.
Nighthawk springs out his little anti-fatigue mat and sets it down, smooths it out good.
You probably need some of your healing potions. That'll mess it up pretty good. So let's try something a little bit more aggressive. Produce for flame right in it. I'm sure it
Flame.
gets yeah. See what flame does to it.
Flame doesn't seem to do anything. Flame seems to just smother out.
All right. And we've already tried, physical, the piercing damage of an arrow, and we see we can shove it around, but it doesn't damage it. When you have something like the blunt end of a staff. So, Nidux, do you have anything you can poke at it?
I would just suggest jumping over it. If the liquid is what you come in contact with and you get shocks.
Yeah, but it looks like it's over 10 foot of floor there, and we don't have a lot of vertical clearance, or do we?
This is 10 feet high. 10 feet high ceilings.
So would a long jump work under that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, try it.
As long as you have a 10 in strength, you can make that jump.
Mm-hmm. It's exactly what the druid has. Okay.
You take 100 down. No, I'm just kidding.
Nighthawk looks behind him. Don't step in the stuff.
There's stuff every damn where down here.
Okay, on your wall, on the wall to your left.
I'm just gonna peek around the wall. I'm not actually going in there.
Well, no, this is before you get there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
This is here.
Okay.
About where the webs are.
All right.
Let's see. This hall is choked with dust and cobwebs. Up ahead, flickering lights dimly illuminate a larger hall running perpendicular to this one. Where the two halls meet, wards have been scrawled on the ceiling in dried blood.
Oh, okay.
The bloody words in the ceiling read, "Awaken Napaka."
Gilroy was here.
Well, we either have advice or a curse here. And
Carrick can suggest we close ranks.
Yeah, you first.
does anybody know what that name refers to? Is it one of our gods, or is it just a thing?
Shortcut for Neil Sedaka.
Hold on.
For my own part, I tend to be slightly dubious of things written in blood.
I have to agree. I find them highly unreliable.
Yeah, last thing I signed in blood was some sort of contract about my soul.
The only
It's
problem
not
with
like
those
you would use-
contracts about souls is that they never refer to the left or the right.
It's not like he was using it for anything. I mean,
Orvex. Orvex recognizes the name Napaka. Napaka was the last queen of Omu.
Well, come on down, everybody. The electrified sludge is around.
All right, hold on just a minute while I.
Well, hello. I don't like the looks of that now that I see it better.
Large puddles of gray slime spread across the floor of this 10-foot wide, gently sloping hallway. Candles flickered on riveted sconces, casting dim light across a sequence of sculpted reliefs depicting humanoids with bestial heads kneeling before a black star. At the lower end of the hall, a thick purple drape hangs wall to wall. At the upper end, the hallway terminates.
Yeah, it was the drape that I was a little concerned about. We haven't had good experiences with those so far down here. Certainly Carrick hasn't.
It's like, Carrick, if there's a boar behind it, do not put your head in it.
What's behind door number 1?
So we've got this little thing. Do we see it? Like a notch in the wall?
You probably see the urinal down there.
Mm-hmm. I think that's like a sconce. It's not lit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to see that.
Okay, so we don't see that. We just see the sconce or candle thing that's not lit.
And that is, let's see, Matt, you have a pretty good perception.
As long as I don't have to roll it.
What is your favorite color?
Okay, that's good enough that down there where that tunnel is, you do see that there's a relief of a crocodile-headed humanoid holding up a trapezoidal chest. The chest keyhole is real, not just part of the relief.
Okay. So that might be something for our resident lockpick to investigate.
Somebody want to lift him up.
On it.
All right, I'm gonna take a look at it and see before I go poking around. Look like it's pick.
Fairly difficult lock to pick, but not impossible. That's good enough. Now you
What
see the
happened?
little secret tunnel that goes down.
Well, that's cool.
Okay, I picked the lock. Someone else gets to go down the dangerous tunnel.
He sticks his head in the oh, clear.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is very reminiscent of our adventures and chutes and ladders from a couple of levels ago. Oh, hello. What's this?
For everybody not here, I am right here. We followed this path that's down this way, and there's something here which Eric's going to be graciously describe for us.
Giant red cryptid in the shape of a pitcher. Oh yeah.
You know what just caught me? That thing is a mob and not the yeah.
Oh dear.
Sing the side of that.
Guys.
Yeah, that's they've got that in Blood Bowl on the dwarf team.
Okay. Ooh-wee. Is everybody out of that tunnel?
Oh, snap.
No, I think most of the people, I think about half the party is still in the tunnel.
Hey guys, come out of that tunnel. I think it would definitely be good for your health insurance issues. Yeah. And then we'll poke at this thing. Let's get a head count, make sure everybody's here. Yeah, you guys need to not be in here.
Corvex, let's back up to that previous tunnel.
Well, I'm not. No, seriously, you guys need to not be in here. Move yourselves, one way or the other. I don't care.
A better way to test what's going to happen than
Okay.
to let one of them stay.
It's not going to fit that hole.
Well, you're the one of them. That's my problem.
Probably get out of the tunnel.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure, if we set this thing loose, he's going to say, hey, you're still in there.
I thought we wanted to be in. Do we want to be in the larger tunnel or the smaller tunnel?
No,
The
I would
smaller
be in the
tunnel.
larger tunnel.
Negative.
Yeah.
Be in the smaller tunnel or outside here because that juggernaut is poised to go down this way.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. And kill everything in the way. So you want to not be there. And then that includes you too. He have the very large two-handed sword.
Elred, take a step back.
Yeah.
And if he's having trouble moving, we'll just assume he has.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. And then as soon as we have assured that everybody is out there one way or the other. Okay. Garrick, feel free to poke it.
Is there any way to activate this thing?
You don't see anything to activate it. It's just sitting there.
Probably have something to do with that drape and what's on the other side down there. Well, it's a carriage, right?
It is a large. It is okay. It looks carriage-like, but those two wheels,
Mhm.
those are not wheels. Those are stone rollers. They go all the way across.
Man. So it's a steamroller.
Yes.
It's a Zamboni.
I have the perfect skill for it.
All right. Well, is it possible to climb up? Poke it with the stick first. Pink, pink. No response.
Stop poking me.
Oh, sorry. Anders. So no response to being poked.
No response to being poked.
It's possible to climb up it.
Sure.
Okay. Well, let's check the top of the thing. But we can't see from down there. Still
Right.
stone all around.
Okay, on the west wall of the room, one other thing on the west wall of the room, there is a lustrous spiked ruby as big as a human fist.
Don't take it.
Filigree.
On the wall, you say?
No,
On
it
a shelf.
Gotcha.
doesn't do any good to be rich if you're dead. I'm not touching that thing.
Anyone would easily estimate it is worth at least 5,000 gold,
It's obviously
but it's one of those
whole crystal.
relic type things that's probably worth a lot more if you can get it auctioned in a big city.
Mhm. Okay. Well, we'll file that away under loot to grab later, maybe, if we're still alive.
I actually have the Dwarf Blood Bowl version of what we're dealing with. It's called a death roller, and there's a goblin getting crushed while the driver's drinking a beer. It's just this big lawnmower. It's hilariously fun. You can only use it one time because it's a legal weapon.
Yeah, you'll get flagged.
I actually have illegal weapons in Blood Bowl. Interesting.
Very few, but yes,
Yeah.
the goblin teams are all made up like almost primarily of illegal weapons. You pretty
Yeah.
much just take your
And I want to say it was the necrotic team or the undead team. They have a skeleton with a giant chainsaw. They just
Oh, hell
released
yeah.
them.
would be the necrotic team unless they've updated things since the last version of the computer game I've gotten because I play undead fairly regularly.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say Blood Bowl 3 is coming out this month.
Man, oh man.
And
So
of
it
course, there's
appears
the
that
tabletop versions, all kinds of things.
oh, the cat. Come on, man. Cat's hitting random keys again. So here there appears to be something restraining it, or is that like the front of it?
That's the front of it. That's just a image that's it.
I got you. How about the this wall? It does appear. Well, how does it collapse? Is it something that's going to swing or retract or collapse, or what's going on with this wall?
Looks like it would slide upwards into the ceiling.
Well, goody. So we know what it will do, but I'm not sure exactly what the trigger is, except to say that we have that drape down at the other end.
Night Talks says it's probably that unlit torch on that end. Give it as much time as possible to roll over you.
Okay, well, I can fix that. Produce flame right there.
Yeah, nothing burns like a Ronson.
Okay, you light it, and nothing appears to happen. Except,
Well, Nidux, since you're closer to the drape, do you have anything that could interact with it?
He looks at Elred. You've got a long sword. Play with the curtain.
He runs around the corner and goes,
you can't reach the curtain from right there.
it's a big
Not with a
sword.
long
Ain't that
sword.
big.
Well, I just meant walk up to it, but whatever.
So our big guy in there, how much space does he take? I mean, is there headroom?
Not a lot. It's about 10 feet tall.
And how tall is the corridor?
It's about 10 feet tall.
No. Okay. Well, summon a wolf.
Okay.
All right, buddy. So this might be painful, but tell him I want you to go down here, grab the drape, and see what you can do. Move it aside if it's possible, or pull it down,
Okay.
and we observe. I feel a lot worse if this was a real wolf. It's a spirit wolf. It's already not. It was never really alive anyway. Although it's still going to hold a grudge.
Yeah, I don't know how much comfort that is to the wolf itself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's able to move the curtain aside.
All right. Well, we'll see what we see.
All right, you see.
I'm peeking around the corner and not walking into the. Yeah. All right.
Hold on just a second.
Ooh, a thing.
Yeah. 6 foot tall statue of a leering 4-armed gargoyle stands against the back wall. One of its arms is broken off and lies on the floor in front of it, its hand curled into a tight fist. The other 3 arms have their clawed hands open in such a way that they suggest it's meant to be holding something. Carved into the wall above the statue is a riddle. 3 I need, then 3 more still opens the door.
So maybe that's a ruby plus friends. Maybe it's the skulls, the keys, the skeleton keys. The hands, do they look like they would be the size of the skeleton key heads or the ruby or something else that we might possess?
They're not big enough to hold the skeleton key heads and crush them significantly. But you could hold. You've got numerous small gems that would easily fit in them. Coins.
Small rocks.
They're basically the size of. They're basically this a little bit larger than human hands.
And the big ruby, I mean,
Was the size of a human fist.
okay, so probably maybe a bit too big to fit comfortably in one of those. Or
It
not.
would fit comfortably in one of the bags.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, that gem would fit comfortably inside one of the bags of holding, just no problem.
Precisely.
Gem? What gem? Says the halfling.
Gnome.
All right. Well, we know
I've
it's
just
here.
decided to let them call me a halfling. It's easier to evade descriptions later on. When they start describing the perpetrator, if they say it's a halfling, that helps me out.
All righty. We could do some experiments here. I mean, had the wolf come back and give him a gem. Just try putting that in one of the hands if you can reach it.
It can. Okay, it puts a gem in a hand.
Okay, and give him a different sort of gem. Do the same thing with the other hands. Again, if you can reach him.
Okay. After 3, all 3 hands close. You hear a crunching sound, and then they open up, and the gems have been crunched into little splinters.
You hear sobbing from the gnome.
Yeah. We may be approaching the point of no return.
All right, it said 3 more, so we can do 3 more, and I'm assuming we'll probably get the same result.
Going through the bag trying to find the gems with the lowest monetary value. Here,
You have a
use
bunch of
the-
little bitty 1 gold piece gems.
That's right. You have 40 of them if you recall, so let's use those.
So again, crunch.
And nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
So maybe that it has to be tough enough, whatever we give it, to survive being crunched.
Well, perhaps we should look around elsewhere. We tend to find the things we need on the same level when we run into these things.
Fair enough. Okay. So we know what's in here. Let's make our way back to the room of acrid death. Is all this as we left it?
Yes.
Okay. So, the Room of Acrid Death.
Y'all didn't want to play with the Juggernaut.
Oh, we're going to play with the Juggernaut. Just give us a moment. I still really don't have anything for this. Walk in there and get sprayed. That doesn't sound fun.
By the way, you would say that slime in the middle of the room there, that's the same stuff in this that you ran into in the corridor.
And I guess there's a reason for it to be like that. It's not. Does the room have any particular tilt or slant that would pull it in the middle, or has it been pushed into the middle?
It's just kind of a puddle of the stuff in the middle. It's the floor is pretty flat, but it's pretty viscous stuff. It's just a puddle.
Okay. So these black dragon things on the wall.
Yes.
Is there an obvious way for them to release what we assume they're going to release? Like holes where the mouth are or something like that?
Oh no,
actually,
their
you
tails are
can
pointing towards you.
notice tiny holes in the dragon's mouths.
So the question is this going to be a mist or a spray? If it's a mist, that's probably worse because that'll encompass the entire area. The spray you can actually kind of try to avoid. Even though the way that it shoots, it's it kind of crosses the room. Now, what were you saying, Nidox?
I was saying the tail of the dragon is facing out. Not really. It's just a joke.
Yeah.
The rare black and white striped dragon.
This guy. Yeah. When you said that, I was looking to see if he was on camera somehow because that he's kind of a Kimbo here. Sprawled everywhere, tails. Kind of taking over the. Hey, come on, man! Now I'm fighting him for the mouse. Well, I still got my my wolf buddy. Sorry, man. So have him pad out, and we'll try the short way because that's what everybody would try, and see what happens.
So, avoiding the slime.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, nice. So he manages to get over there, huh?
Yep.
What does the key do?
The key.
Probably runs away from him.
Yeah, backs away from him. The key is not treading on the slime. Actually, no, the key, I'm sorry, I forgot about this. The key walks up on the wall onto the ceiling and continues moving past.
All right. Yeah. Got it. Okay.
I forgot they could do that.
Well, let me follow in the footsteps of the wolf. As Yep. Okay. So we haven't triggered that yet. And it appears that we have another bit of slime. Right there.
Yeah.
Oh, is that a sarcophagus? Yep. Looks like it is.
Actually, that is not.
Okay.
It looks vaguely like a sarcophagus. But that is a 4-foot-high, 7-foot-wide iron lectern in the middle of this rusty iron-plated room. It's topped by a slanted control panel. Set into the control panel are a gold lever with a star-shaped handle, 2 dials in red and blue, and 2 buttons of the same color. And that's all you
Yeah.
can see from here.
And there we have our mechanical control. All right. But iron-plated room, you say?
Yes.
Where does the iron floor begin?
I say you're standing. I think y'all are standing. Actually, this whole cog you're in and that tunnel are all iron plated.
Oh, hell. But we didn't have any adverse effects from the slime by being.
No.
Yeah. All right. This is another 10-foot jump here.
Yeah, you can make it as a 10-foot jump. And let's see. Wall engravings behind the control panel show 5 groups of circles with small crystals embedded in the wall under each one. The crystal under the configuration labeled 3 glows bright green. 3 6-inch diameter rusty iron pipes jut from the wall above the engravings.
Friendly. And I see our skeleton buddy there. 6 circles, you say? Are all of the gem slots occupied by gems?
5 groups of circles.
5 circles. So the Olympic thing.
Let's see here. Ah, okay.
Oh, okay.
So the star means you are here. Number 3 means the current configuration. Green light is on. The symbol in the bottom left of the middle circle looks kind of like a roller skate, or maybe a juggernaut.
Or a doorway, but yeah. And then we have a symbol that kind of looks like water to the north of the middle circle. And it's not big enough for me to make out what these other 2 might be.
Yeah, the image is not particularly high resolution.
One looks like a brick wall at the north, the top of the circle on the right, like 4 rectangular things in arrangement, right? And the bottom right one looks kind of like a jet of water, if you look at it at the angle. I would say the one in the middle top looks more like heat vapors or something, like a volcano, smoke trails going up. Maybe. Looking at the control panel, that's interesting. Not so sure about the 3 pipes, green stuff leading out of them, pointing toward the control panel.
Yeah. I think that's punishment for operator error.
Yeah, I've seen Nickelodeon award shows.
Well, our thief, could you gain some insight into the mechanics of this thing? There may not be a mechanic to gain insight to. It might be all magical, but we'll see.
Certainly give it a shot. What's the worst that could happen?
You get Nickelodeon.
Exactly. Whew. Way I'm rolling today, it's quite a possibility.
You gain no insight.
Anybody else want to take a crack at that? Have an applicable skill for something like this? Well, you said the word. Might as well try it. Huh.
Wait, that wasn't 1. You sure you were rolling the proper dice?
I'm pretty sure the cat swapped it out.
Let me do this real quick. The skeleton key is trying to get away from y'all still.
Sorry.
Based on what you've dealt with so far, you would say the only thing you can pull out of this, the only thing that strikes you is that you get the feeling looking at this thing and just as a general thing that this is probably, some of these controls are not safe to use, but you can't say which ones.
Probably safe to say not to push the red button.
I will not make the comment I want to make.
So, question on our 3 pipes in the middle. The stuff that's dripping out, is that our slime?
Yes.
The middle pipe doesn't appear to have anything dripping out of it. Is that just random? Is there? No, we were.
If you
Look
go
down
up there and
there.
look, you can see some in there, and it's
All right,
still
so-
there's some.
Goody. So a slime dispenser. Our lizard buddy, is he small enough to fit in the slot where the lever is?
No.
Okay. Yeah, I probably couldn't shrink myself down small enough to do it. So, all right. I really don't have any guess as to what's what here. Apparently,
The only thing Filigree can say about the slot is that it looks like the lever is designed to when you pull the lever, it's designed to lock in place. He'd get that out of his perception check.
Oh, we got a couple options. We start mashing buttons, or we go back and try to play some more with the 3-armed bandit. Pretty clear, whoever's mashing buttons is going to get a bath in a very uncomfortable way. I do have one other possibility.
I'll push buttons. I have the hit points.
Well, hang on, before you do that, let me jump back over here and go down to the gap, between these. Is it possible to fit through the gap?
Yeah, it's possible to squeeze through that gap.
Okay. And before I do that, this on the other side appears to be water, or is it more of the slime?
It is water.
Okay. Let me. Oh, well, that's something new. We have boats tied up to a little wheel down there.
Let's see. Dark underground lake opens up before you. Its ceiling festooned with chains and gears, some of which appear to have dwarves dangling from them.
Yeah. Okay.
A gigantic motionless cog, a stone cog, rises from the water with 2 matching cogs connected to it. Rusty metal conduits stretch from the cavern walls to the cogs. The water of the lake is slimy with pinpricks of phosphorescent light twinkling in the murk.
Really interesting. All right. So kind of over here. So the boats appear to be tied up. Didn't we have a little boat?
Yes, you did.
Did we bring our cart? Bruno, the cart.
The boat is in a box, I believe.
The boat is a folding boat.
Because I don't necessarily want to interact with the water. Although I'll try the same experiment I did before with the staff. And poke the staff in the water, see if anything happens to it.
Nothing happens to the staff. Nothing happens to you.
Small little blessings. All right, we'll have my wolf buddy doggy paddle over to the dock. Does he survive that?
Yes, he does.
Okay. Then I'll swim over to the dock. Do I survive that?
Yes, you do, but I need you to make a... No, you don't. Never mind. Okay.
All right. So, gonna grab these 2 boats, tie one behind the other, and then get them, row them. If they have oars, that would be nice.
Yeah, they've got oars.
Over here, and say hello. Here, there is a like a central chamber where these boats were tied up with a closed door. Maybe we ought to check it out first. Besides, you want to see the menagerie of all the doors.
Sounds like a plan.
And so
Carrot's gonna jump across.
yeah, show off. And there we go. Now we got this door.
All right. Open the door for you.
Ha. That's actually a welcome sight. It's like the underground of Disney World, right? All the pipes and the stuff. Looks like we found our stairwell again.
Yeah. Let's see. Who I want to do this? Carrick, roll me percentile. Hello, who are you?
Jerry Lewis is down here.
All three of you hear that in your head.
Oh, nice lady with the boats and the...
Very childlike voice.
I'm Carrick. Who are you?
I'm Galiru.
Does that ring a bell?
So what's up with this place?
This is my lake.
Nice lake.
I don't know. It's a bit dark. Have you come to play?
Yes, it says that. Matt goes outside. Yes.
I'm just standing here fascinated.
Jerry Lewis in the lake. Yeah.
What kind of
Very
game did you have in mind?
I don't know. I don't think you'd be very good at tag down here in the water. You don't look like
No.
you'd be very good in the water.
No.
How rough do you play tag?
I don't play very rough.
telling y'all any minute he's going to tell us we all float down here.
And how would you play outside of the water?
Oh, I don't leave the water. It's my home.
All righty.
Can you show yourself? It's a little bit disconcerting talking to a disembodied voice.
Yes. Yes, I come to you. Hold on a minute. What are you doing down here? Not many people come down here.
Eric, I'm going back to you with this one. You seem to have a rapport with it.
I can't remember what we're looking for. We're looking for the what is it we're looking for? I know it's the cure.
The way out.
It's the cure for the
You're looking for the soulmonger.
soulmonger, yeah.
Oh, the soulmonger. Yeah, that's the toy. That's the toy that belongs to the other guy.
What other guy?
Oh, it's the guy that brought me here.
I have to pause at this point and just marvel at how well you do a Jerry Lewis. I'm thinking of, Schlitz and Glam, Peg had me at us rolling, with that last week, and now you're doing Jerry Lewis. I mean, my God.
Yeah, I'm giving some consideration to rolling performance and seeing if I can pull a Dean Martin accent off and see if that helps. No, Jerry, come out of that water, Jerry.
Pour enough martinis in there, it might help.
That'll work. No, it bubbles enough. That probably already has plenty.
Okay, so you'll come up right here. Yeah, that's a good spot right there. There he is, right there.
Lovely. Okay. So okay, B.
If anybody's got like nature or something like that, you can roll on, or religion.
Yeah.
I have nature.
Yeah. I got both. Maybe one. Oh, you.
My speak with
There's-
small
I'm
piece
back.
just is not going to help here at all.
Just think small. Yeah. I think Ashlyn got it there.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Hit it twice by accident.
And they were both damn good. So, yeah.
Wasting all my good rolls.
Hello, Jerry. Apparently it's a baby. So what can you tell us about those? Now that you recognize it.
Yeah.
See, did I pop the handout to y'all?
Yeah, we saw the picture. Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's quite disturbing looking.
That is an aboleth. Let's see. Aboleths are said to be creatures from before the time of the gods. And while they still reproduce, their spawn have all the memories of all the generations of them that have come before.
Oh my. That's got to be confusing.
The quote on the sheet there for the short quote is, let's see, could it be that aboleths are older than the gods, that before the divine one came, such horrors shaped the multiverse? Now there is a chilling thought. Yeah, aboleths are ancient. Even young aboleths are ancient beings of unspeakable evil, and they're Cthulhu-esque creatures in D&D.
Well, that ought to be fun.
I knew that semester at Miskatonic University would come in handy.
Hand over some of those healing potions. I think we're going to need to brace ourselves.
Yeah, that's stuff that y'all, as a side note, that's stuff that y'all have been seeing all through the corridors and stuff. That's aboleth slime. does psychic damage
Got it. So,
just by touching it.
So looking at it should be right out.
well, I'm
It would
sorry.
not be a good idea.
I'm sorry that we can't play with you there, Jerry. Trying to keep a straight face after the whispered explanation. You said that the other guy brought you here. Do you know anything about
Yeah.
the other guy?
Oh yes, he's not very nice.
Mm.
He's not very nice. Hold just a second. Yeah, his name is Theorak, and he's a lith.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you know where he might be now?
Matthew, roll personal dice again.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. He goes away for long times. He just leaves me alone. I'm supposed to. What was I supposed to do? I don't remember what I was supposed to do. But
He's
I'm
been
supposed
a-
to do something.
He's been away that long? Well, that's not very nice to you.
I forget things sometimes.
Well,
Well, he doesn't like to play anyway. Not that there's much to play with down here.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't object to playing with you, except I think playing with you might hurt us. You said that you don't play rough, but you may not be able to help yourself.
All right, what I'm going to do here is you've got him in a good mood, and he's in childlike mode. So what I'm going to let you do is I'm going to let you ask him 3 questions. They've got to be yes or no questions. And if he knows the answer to them, he'll give you a truthful answer. So, what is your direct favorite color?
Well, may I consult with our party member?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I'm just telling you this out of.
I think the obvious first question is the soulmonger here? So
Yes, it's
nod,
below
shaking.
us.
Well, that was a consultation, but okay.
Yeah.
That changes things.
Okay, well, I mean,
No, I think that's good. That kind of tells us what we want. We're on the right track. So the next question should pertain to how do we get to below us? So consultation. Do we have to go? Is there another level below us? And do we have to go through the lake to get to it? The other possibilities might be pertaining to those buttons and gears. What's the proper combination to change those things? So, what do you think?
I mean, if we can just walk around the outside of the gears, I don't know why we would need to turn them.
Well, there is that one gear on the far right that we. Well, actually, no, we can't. We do have access to it. Can we get to it there? There, yes, we can. That is true. So the question goes back to access to the soulmonger.
Yeah. You mean below us? Do you mean below us in the water or another level? Yeah. Questions like that would be good.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I was headed. He said it's below us, so the question to eliminate both of those would be: is the soulmonger in the lake? In your lake, I should say.
Oh, ask him what it looks like.
No, it's yes or no. So we can't actually do that. So let's start number 2. Is the soulmonger in your lake?
oh no.
So below the lake. Okay. Would be nice to have some way to identify it. So, final question: is the soulmonger an object? Can we hold the soulmonger? How about that? Consultation.
I think we've got to get somewhat more specific than that. You can kind of hold a living creature. I mean, I don't know that I want to embrace a lich, but can you hold it in your hands?
Yeah, and that goes kind of off a tangent. Is it material? How about that? Just material? Because we're not going to be able to, if we say, is it alive or dead, for example, then a staff is dead, but that doesn't tell us that it's undead, you know, if it is an undead. So I'm kind of concerned that is a soulmonger a spell effect, or is it an actual object that we can interact with? So we don't know, as to Nidox's point.
Well, all the I will say this: all the divinations that led them here in the first place, that led them towards the lost city of Omu, pointed to the soulmonger.
Oh, that still doesn't tell us. Yeah,
Just as a thing.
that's a thing. By the way, our spiral staircase, is it going up or down, or both?
It just goes up.
All right. Oh well. Well, if we're going to be avoid the control room and walk around the edges, then we have to find a way to make peace with this creature. I think I know the answer to that. Did we get a sense of how deep the lake is?
Lake is 20 feet deep.
Okay. Do you need water to survive?
Me? No. It's nice, but no.
Okay. Let me see here. All righty. So we've asked our 3 questions. What happens next?
It yawns, which is probably terrifying.
Yeah.
I tired. I
You
think
go
I
and
go
take-
pleasure to meet you.
Be well.
Yeah. Have a good nap. Oh, it's not every day that you meet a baby old one.
Yeah.
Well, while we're in here, Carrick, you want to leap over there and see what's on the other side?
Yeah, I do
Yes.
that. Bouncy. There we go.
Look, it's Hubert.
Appears to be a dead end.
I'm not able to make that leap, but I'm gonna. Yeah, appears to be a dead end, but maybe that's like a secret door that we missed.
Knock.
Yeah, it looks like it's a secret door that you missed.
All righty. And if let's just take a peek up these stairs. We don't want to cause trouble, so let's maybe let our thiefy, sneaky type.
Oh yeah, sounds good. Sorry, I was leading with my face again.
I have no problem with this. It has saved my life many, many times with Boren. So, all right, I'm kind of slowly sneaking my way up to see what I see.
Okay. Hold on a minute while I position things. Everybody else is going to see the area with the gargoyles because it's back up on that floor.
So it ends here then.
It keeps going upstairs. It's a spiral staircase. It keeps going up.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of sneak my way down here and see if there's a hidden door somewhere in this hallway.
Yeah, you have no problem finding the secret door there.
Okay.
Let's see.
In that case, I'm going back downstairs and report what I have found.
Well, let me move the secret door for you there. Come on. Move it out of the way.
Yeah, there's a baddie down there. I'm definitely going downstairs and letting Carrick lead with his face.
All right. Let's go back downstairs.
So whereabouts up there did that lead?
Next level, short hallway and a secret door, and then into a looked like a really large room with some variety of bad guy in there that I didn't stick around to further identify.
Was it? a
You
room
would have
with-
recognized that. That's the that's that throne room y'all found.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I report then. We have gone in a big circle,
Okay.
but the stairs lead farther up if we want to continue upward. Seems counterproductive, but I don't really
Yeah,
know what
we've
else.
already- We've already been up that way, I believe. Although, yeah, I'm curious to confirm that. All right. So I'm not sure how long our junior ancient one is going to be asleep. So we probably want to make good use of his nap time. So that means investigating these other rooms.
All right. And hold on just a minute.
I'm glad you recognized what the thing was. I was about to launch up into a giant octopus to go down and play with it. Sure, that would not have ended well.
Play date may have turned into a lunch date.
What are you doing, bud?
Are we doing Valheim tomorrow? I've got a ton of food and potions.
We probably need them. That's up to folks. Assuming I don't blow my sugar again. But yeah, Valheim is perfectly acceptable.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So what is planned?
We probably want to explore these other rooms while our friend is still napping.
Okay.
All right. So get back over here and work around up to the north and see if Nidox's theory was correct. What's in there?
There's a stone block across here sealing this area off.
And I have a feeling it's going to be the case for these others. So let's see. Go down to the other side over here. Go across. All right. So what we got over here?
All
Can we
right.
get through there?
Yes, you can get through there.
All right, just take a peek. Yeah, it doesn't have a bunch of slime to the right. To the left, it does.
Let's see. 5 teak wardrobes stand against the ironclad walls of this chamber, each with a door bearing a carved image or scene. Puddles of gray slime cover parts of the floor. The room has 2 exits, including an adamantine portcullis blocking the passage to the north.
Is that portcullis on the inside, interior, gear, or in the hall itself?
In the hall itself.
Okay, got it.
Set into a metal plate above the portcullis is a row of 5 red crystals shaped like drops of blood.
Interesting. Yeah, and what about to the right here? Just a hallway.
Yeah, as far as you can see right now, just a hallway.
Alrighty. Well, Phil, you want to do your thing, and the hallway looks to be easier than everything else that we got.
Okay.
Oops. Let me do that.
Hold on just a minute. Okay, you don't find any traps as yet. Hold on while I look something up here. That's 66. Where's Bilgery? Directly above your head, you notice that there's a large block of stone lodged in the ceiling.
You ran back pretty fast. What was that?
A very large block of stone set up in the ceiling that I'm not sure what triggers it, but I decided I didn't want to know.
Cool.
It looks like a really good place for one of those spirity wolfy things,
Yeah.
prone to being squished.
Oh.
And inside the room,
Oh yeah, there's
Wow.
that thing too.
a life-size golden statue of a mastodon atop a 1-foot-high stone cog in the center of the room. Jeweled tusks sweep from its jowls, its trunk is raised in a roar, inscriptions coil around the statue's body, and murals on the wall show a Chultan warrior riding a live mastodon through a series of hellish landscapes.
You know, with all we've seen, it didn't even register.
You know, the delivery though was perfect, Chris. You know, you're like, there's this giant stone block that's right over my head. Oh yeah, there's that thing too.
You know, it's,
That's great.
You would have thought the thief would have been more impressed with it.
Oh, it's gold. No, yeah, but I
You-
think
you-
he's got.
you can't spend money if you're squished.
Okay. So this is okay. Tire spider time. Crawl up on the wall. You kind of pass this gunk.
There's a stone block.
Okay, passes that. Looking, I know just looking around. I know I'm trying to avoid any sort of trapdoors or anything. We got here. Well, okay. So it looks like that's going to sweep the room with its tusks. All right. So sticking to the wall. I want to try to read. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Each scene, a different breed of devil assails. Say there are a bunch of hellish landscapes on the walls. On each scene, a different breed of devil assails them.
Man, I had a hell of a time.
Literally.
There's an inscription on it in Old Omen. You can't read Old Omen, so,
I can't. Nope.
but you've seen enough of it to recognize it.
Okay.
Um,
Well, pretty clearly that cog is meant to move.
let's see. You've got Ijin as your companion, don't you?
Yeah.
He wants to ride the mastodon.
What?
Yes, let's ride the mastodon.
Yeah, you know, we got to get on the floor to do that, or come down from the ceiling or something. I'm not the right type of spider to do that. Hey, watch out, buddy. Watch out, buddy. What are you doing? Catch right there. Do you recognize this mastodon?
No,
do you
no,
just
but it looks really cool. I want to ride it.
Yeah. Well,
Scratches on the floor beneath the stone cog indicate that it can rotate.
okay. Well, I'll come back out.
Make a perception check.
Alrighty. Let's roll our onesie some more. A little bit better.
There is a star-shaped indention on the back of its head, of the mastodon's head. You recognize that as the star-shaped handle on the gold lever that was on the control panel.
Okay.
Exact match.
Come on back out. And then, skitter past Carrick and go back to normal and kind of explain what I saw. And do my best to recreate some of those sigils. Though I know that's going to be a futility. But yeah, key takeaway is that we need that thing for the other room.
I have a feeling we're going to have to figure out how to throw that switch eventually,
Or take the switch.
and we may be there now.
So before we go there, how about this room? We have the our things and the portcullis, etc.
Yes.
So the wardrobes. They're just wooden wardrobes. You walk up to it, you open it, and see what's inside. And then it
Are you
leads
going to
out and
walk up
shows
to
you.
one, open it, and see what's inside?
I think Eric is.
Sure.
Okay, which one do you walk up to and open and see what's inside? Okay. Hold on a second. Gotta go back to Cog of Blood. Let's see.
Hey, buddy. Whoops. You okay?
The door depicts a grinning night hag with a swaddled human infant in her arms. I'm gonna go ahead and open it.
I look at the rug and say, I'm clear. Question.
You don't find any traps.
Open it.
The door opens above the caldera of an active volcano. Shards of black rock floated above the molten magma. Perched atop one shard are two man-sized creatures with insectoid features and 4 arms apiece.
You should have taken what was in the box.
I wave and close the door.
And door number 1's not the answer.
Close it, close it, close it up again.
No, they're coming out. So when you say it opens up above it, is this like a portal, to a planar portal or
Yes.
something like that? Okay, got it. Goody.
All right, I was with you guys. Where'd I go?
Wisely decided to stay away.
No, I'm with you. So I gotta catch up.
Did I select the character?
Get perception rolling or anywhere it needs to be on initiative.
That's what just came out of that's just what teleported out of the chest.
Okay.
Also looks like something from Blood Bowl.
I'm actually reminded of Fallout 76, the Mothman.
Yeah.
All right. Filigree, you're up first.
All right. We shall poke it with the rapier and then disengage.
You did not successfully poke it with a rapier.
Poke in its general direction with the rapier and then disengage.
Okay. So you moved in, poked it, then you disengaged. That lets you move away without provoking an attack of opportunity. But yeah, okay. All right. X talks about the weather with Callista. Anything's going on?
I hear a commotion around the corner, so I'll look. And I see aggressive things attacking Carrick, and I will say, and cast a cantrip on the closest one. Does a 13 hit?
13 does not hit it.
And I'll duck back, saying to myself, what the hell is that?
Why is Filigree listed here twice?
Oh no, I didn't roll twice. I don't think.
I only see him once.
Carrick.
Can do the thing.
Those hit. All right.
Let me go ahead and use my action surge. Well, yeah. No, I'm gonna hold it. See what these things are like. He's good. He's done. Actually, if he steps over this way, that way, if either of them move, he might. I don't know. Now he'll just stay where he is.
Well, he's bloodied. Okay. The one you attack will attack you back.
A 9 does not hit.
Yeah, I didn't think it did. About appropriate. And this Mesolith casts a spell. Darkness. Everything inside that circle is in darkness. Magical light. Created by spells below. If any of the spell's area overlaps with an area of light created by a spell of second level or lower, that spell is created. The spell that created the light is dispelled. So, any source of light in here that's.
How about my sword?
Your sword is you can't see. Your sword is not giving off light because it just gives off light as an incidental effect of the fact that it's on fire.
Does my dark vision work here?
Your dark vision does not work.
Okay. That's unfortunate.
And does it go outside of the wall?
15-foot radius sphere.
I'm just curious if it's dark out here or not.
It is blocked by the wall. So it is not dark outside where you are, Nedox.
Gotcha.
One last thing. Yeah, okay. All right. It's actually supposed to be a little bit bigger than that, but that's close enough. Matt.
I attacked the darkness.
Okay. All right, that gets rid of it.
Who knew that the druid was playing with a blue deck?
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna fire at the one that's not bloodied. Either one of those hit.
18 hits.
That's it for me.
Bruner, you got in there late. I'll let you go ahead and act. Not that there's much for you to do. It's you're well away from the fighting. Probably don't even know there's a fight going on.
No, I'm just hanging out, entertaining everyone in this cog with my bagpipe skills.
I need to run away
That
from the
that,
bagpipe.
that drowns out the screaming and the fighting.
I'll need you to use air quotes when you say entertaining.
I turn to Carrick and say, apparently there's a fight going on back there too.
I mean, it's entertaining to me.
Okay, filigree, what are you gonna do?
Let's step in, poke him, and step back out. We're gonna do the Watusi here, because I don't really want to be in melee range with this thing on a regular basis. Got to hit it first, but that's too bad. That was nice damage.
Yeah, you hit. You do some damage, but
Well, it worked great last time. I'll just repeat. Poke my head back around, see what's happening. Crazy thing still there. Fire off another round. Actually, since I missed, I'm going to go ahead and burn a level 1 spell. Dump 3 magic missiles in. So that's 9.
okay. Carrick,
You can go ahead and he's still up.
that missed.
That missed. Okay, and we'll do this. I'm going ahead and do it. Yeah. Okay.
That hit. Let's see here.
Is he still up?
Yes, he's still up.
I use my action surge.
Okay. That'll take him down, and that'll miss.
All right, I'm done.
Play in the bagpipes.
And whatever they're fighting down there, it sounds horrible. Hope they're okay.
I think my ears are starting to bleed.
I was about to say, with that roll, they are.
If you roll badly with bagpipes, do they sound good?
Oh God, that's huge.
I'll say, what are words you don't want to hear the DM say, Alex?
State your epitaph in the form of a question.
And this one does spread around corners. Everybody in that circle needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Did it have to be Constitution? I'm not good with Constitution. I'm so bad with Constitution, I can't even find Constitution. That should tell you something. Indeed. Okay, your thief's dead.
Oh my! Ooh! Ouch!
I'm gonna re-roll that with my luck. Not that I think it's gonna make any difference whatsoever, but
Go ahead.
I'm gonna re-roll that. Well, that's some difference.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Filigree takes 22 points of poison damage.
Ow.
Ooh, that's no good. Let me see.
got
Everybody
something
else
next.
takes 11 points of poison damage.
There's something I can do about that, but you tell me. Will Uncanny Dodge fix this since it's in a radius?
I think Uncanny Dodge only affects. Hold on a minute. Let's see here.
Depends on what your definition of an attacker hits you with an attack is.
No, this is just a normal. This is just a normal. When someone hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the damage. It's not a.
I had to try. 22
22.
damage.
There is something 5e rogues can use to dodge AEs. I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Yeah, evasion. But it only works on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Dex. Okay.
That's why I was sad about the whole Constitution. Aside from the fact that I have a 1 Constitution,
I was trying to argue for you, but
I very much appreciate it.
This is, by the way, this is cloud.
And that was nightly occurrence.
and I'm resistant to poison, so I took half of what you said.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
So
Matt.
I have 2 questions before this next spell. First, these folks came from like a fire plane.
Yes.
And second, how tall is the gnome?
Things you don't want to hear your party members say. Or
It's an important question.
I'm sure it is, and I don't know if I have that written down anywhere, but not very. Thinking he's like 3 feet ish.
Okay, I'm wondering how this is going to play, but here we go.
What's the worst that can happen?
It was nice knowing you.
Yeah, well, you're the one in there with the bagpipes. I've got the better death. At least mine's honorable.
I step outside and cast control water on the lake and raise the lake's level by enough so that 2 feet of water flood into the room.
Okay.
Well, I'm wet, but I'm taller than 2 feet.
And make sure I grab the gnome so he doesn't get caught in the flow. But the idea is that these are fire-based critters. They are not going to like water.
All right.
Lake versus flame. Lake wins.
Yes, according to the book, I'm between 3 and 4 feet tall. So
I've seen them do anything fire related. They came from a hot place, but
Well, we'll see if it works or not. That's all I got. My main offensive cantrip is produce flame. I'm sure that's not going to have any impact.
All right. There's 2 feet of water standing in the thing. It's wet. It doesn't seem to be happy about that. Let's see. So there's now 2 feet of water in there. The good news is you probably washed away all the ooze.
Yep. Happy side effect.
Denris?
I'm still going after this one. Missed with both.
Yep. Barely, but you missed. Filigree.
all right. Hope if I was on the actual page and not trying to click on docs doing the screen.
I think that's probably difficult terrain.
It's probably difficult terrain for you these days because it's 2 feet deep.
This is true. How tall is this? Can I see him over it if I'm back here?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll just shoot him with an arrow from here rather than trying to wade through the water.
That hit.
Nice name.
As long as I can keep Carrick in melee range, I do nice damage.
Yep. I have an archer on rogue.
Let me check something here. Water everywhere.
I hope that Jerry wasn't disturbed. Poke my head around the corner and just throw off a cantrip.
That hit.
Sweet. And I'll back out of the cloud.
What's this one? Nope. I'm gonna woof this. Start cursing. Pass on to the next guy.
Hey, hold on just a second. Earlier you got... Oh, no way in hell. Poison cloud has dissipated, by the way. He didn't make his concentration check when he took damage.
And just as well, because I don't think I understood that it was still there. I would have dispelled it otherwise.
Yeah, it's concentration up to 10 minutes.
Alrighty.
Play them funky bagpipes. They can't tell the difference.
I would say direct some water that way, but I don't want to know what soggy bagpipes sound like.
Bathtub farts.
Quite possibly.
I think that hit you.
It does. It does. I take 12 points of piercing.
Well, sigh dejectedly. Let's see. Who's hurt most? Carrick or the head that's bobbing in the water?
71 of 94. I'm good.
I think as a percentage, filigrees hurt more.
That's what I needed. All right.
Filigree starts as a percentage hurt more than Carrick. Filigree's highest hit points are Carrick's hurt.
There you go. That's what you get back.
Thank
you.
you, sir.
All right. I'll continue on the same one.
Ooh, 2 hits. Well, he looks really badly battered, but he's still there.
Only we had a deep fryer.
Could arrange that.
I mean, he's already battered, so
Mm-hmm.
He's got lots of wings.
Filigree?
the water is up where I have to hold my boat up a little bit, but
Hey, look, a torpedo.
not that it matters.
Seeing the cloud dissipate, I will step forward again and just try one more time with this. I think that hit.
That it. And kill steal.
Yeah. Ready for next?
Well, hang on. So, do we still see our flaming plane through there?
Yeah, the water is draining out and falling down into the volcano below.
Yeah. Okay. Anything on these guys?
They disappeared as they died. Even their tridents disappeared.
All right. Close the door. There wasn't anything in the in there at all
No,
for us to grab, right? All right.
no.
So tell us about
One of the red lights is lit.
Oh God, really? Around of them. All right, fine. Yeah, next. Hold on.
I'll get
Go
the
get the rest of the get the rest of them. Let's go help them, whatever they're fighting, and get them over here.
I heard what they're fighting. There's no helping them.
So rescue what you can. And so yeah, we wait to get the rest of the group together. The money actually probably want to take a little short rest because of the damage.
Can we play a sound clip of the people in the trash compactor getting crushed?
Yeah, 3PO is listening to them. Oh my God, they're horrid screams. Oh, cool. This thing lasts for 10 minutes. So how long does it take for our friends to arrive?
Well, outside the gear, the terrain outside the gears does count as difficult terrain, so that takes them a little bit of time to get around the outside of the gears and to the walkways. But
Poor Vix, what are you doing? Get back here in this hallway.
I'll tell you what, though, it is 10 o'clock.
Thanks for the game, Eric.
Yep,
You know, let's
thank you.
call it a night for now, because I think you know what's going to happen with opening each of these.
Right.
Yeah.
It's happy fun time.
Yeah.
We will be ready. We'll take a short rest for spend some hit points or hit dice, and then we can be ready to go. First thing next time we get together to play.
All right, well, good deal.
Yeah. Good show, gang. I appreciate it.
Eric, we appreciate it
You're
as
good.
always.
All right.
I'll have a good one.
Take care, all.
Take care, guys.